Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on yet another AFC team, the Kansas City Chiefs. The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Jaron Reed gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. "44-yard punt, return of 9. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
2nd and 6.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 35.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Herbert now. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Herbert on first down now. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. A gain of 6 there on first. Four yards remain for second down. Here's Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 36 yards. And the Chiefs will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 60 yards. And the Chiefs are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Roberts on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On first down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Five yards remain on second down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, Justin Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Allen.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, Eckler. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. (21-0) our score after 1.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, you'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Byron Pringle there to make the grab.
And the Chiefs are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Butker on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? They started on the ground with Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Open man is Palmer.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Herbert following the turnover. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle.
Good job, baby. Good job.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
What was that, man?
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. A give. Eckler running to the right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his man. That's Hardman.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. That catch good for only a couple.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far, and here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice consistent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Mahomes now on 1st down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the route is on here in this first half.